What's going on, Combat Sports Nation? This is Sean here with a Combat Sports Nation exclusive Cage Titans nominee edition with Triforce MMA's Dion Rubio. How are you, my friend?
Not bad, Sean. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. So I appreciate you taking a couple minutes, hanging out with me. Going to talk about some of these your two nominations. So second time you're nominated for Comeback of the Year. Tell me how that feeling is to be in that position.
Yeah, that's kind of like the question. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like, hey, cool, I could get a nice little plaque or something, an award saying that, I got the comeback of the year, but at the same time,
I know you're already gunning for it, but next year, knockout of the year. I know that's what you're going for. Knockout of knockout, your first knockout, regardless if it's knockout of the year or not. I know you're vying
yep,
for that first knockout.
yep, definitely. Like I had told you when you came down to Triforce, that was my goal for this fight. But I'm not a greedy person. I'm not gonna sit there and like I could have let Jimbo get up when he bellied out, and I could have let him get right back up, and we could have started scrapping again. But why do that? That's leaving the ending up in the air. That leaves possibilities and opens the game back up for him. So I just took the guillotine. I was like, whatever.
Great self-awareness this early. I'm sure you attribute that to training with, Joe Schilling's back in the cage, and then Cerrone. You've been, I'm sure, training with those guys around them. Their mindset has definitely influenced and impacted you.
Yeah, it definitely did. One thing, I ended up getting around with a cowboy one day, and I asked him for some advice, and he's a pretty funny guy. So he was like, "What do you want? Some life advice?" And I was like, "Hey, if you want to give me life advice, I'll take it." You know what I mean? But going around with him, it's like I've been watching cowboy since I was in high school, fighting, playing him in the game. So he just little anecdote he told me was just to not fight the name, so that'll carry into everybody and everywhere.
That is something that I'm not a big gamer, but that is cool that you're able to say, like, I played him in the video game and then you got to go ahead and hang out and spar with him. To me, that's pretty cool, man. I'm a little jealous. I've met Cerrone, my profile pictures with Cerrone. He's a great guy, hilarious guy. But for you to be, that's the next level of awesomeness that I can't say that I've done. That's pretty cool. And what's your favorite move with Cerrone when you're playing him in the game?
Um, I like head kicking people. His kicks are vicious and they're no joke.
Where do you think you rank amongst the other candidates who are also up for AMI Fighter of the Year?
Um, who is it? Brian Harrington, Trevor Goody, and Mitch, right?
And Mitch, that's correct.
Um, I would say second. Um, in all honesty, only because of me having to face injuries, uh, and still coming back and getting victories. Before Jarrell, I received a bad groin shot and had a ruptured testicle.
Oh,
So,
whoa.
yeah, that wasn't very fun. I had to get emergency surgery and all that. But it happened in January. I fought Jarrell in April. Um, and then I was hit by a car in like July.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I was out for a little while from that too, and then so I literally started warming up for a couple weeks, getting back into the gym, and then I was like, fuck it, sorry for cussing. I was like, whatever, let's get a fight. I'm starting to feel better, and the fight was set to go with John Clark.
John Clark.
They were trying to set up that fight because we fought in April after the same night. Since I beat Jarrell, it was the talk. Everybody wanted to see us fight for the number one contender spot for the belt. Sadly, he got hurt, and I was really excited for that fight. I thought that would have been the biggest testament because he's game. I've seen him. I've seen his fights. He's a very very good grappler. Striking's pretty good as well. I felt pretty confident for the fight, and it fell through. And then I was given Jimmy Squires Um, but yeah, the injuries, and then coming back and still getting 2 wins after getting 2 injuries like that, ruptured testicle and getting hit by a car. I feel like I'm up there for Andy Fighter of the Year,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say I should win it because Mitch is a freaking animal.
Yeah,
Mitch Raposo, he's a little savage.
I believe Mitch is definitely the front runner for that category. But then again, Trevor's there. Brian Harrington, as you said yourself, though, very impressive. I mean, goddamn, being hit by a car, then everything else. I mean, that right there has just catapulted your vote, in my opinion, to right there. I don't know. I mean, you could. I don't know. That's something definitely for the fans to definitely consider when you're voting. What was the recovery time, and how bad was the car accident?
For the ruptured testicle, I was out for I think about 3 weeks. 3 weeks before I started trying to get back into training and then testing my body's limits. And I had to start realizing, like, because when you lift and things like that, that's how you get hernias from the testicles and things like that. So I had to be very careful not to really hurt myself. So I was focusing very much on technique. With the car, it was about 4 weeks. I was riding a pedal bike to the gym, and I was I ended up getting hit by the car. Luckily, I was seeing it coming in time, to not really get hurt too bad. It was only my foot and my shoulder. Mostly my foot received a lot of damage from it, but nothing broke. So it was just like I had to wear a boot and use crutches for a little while and go get help from a chiropractor and things like that. And then part of my remedy was once it started to get better and I could walk and they gave me the okay, I just started kicking pillars, teething them so my foot would be better.
That's great. Put it through trauma for it to get better after trauma.
Exactly. That's been my philosophy since I was a kid.
Awesome, my friend. So very exciting. You got the year-end awards. You're nominated 2 times. You have already your first bout lined up in 2019. Quickly give your thoughts on your very experienced opponent, Matt Bean, 6-1. Everybody knows 3 different promotion champion. Quite the feather in your cap just to have gotten to fight for the Cage Titans title. Nevertheless, him. How do you see that going down?
I think it'll be a hell of a fight. I'm excited for it. Just the opportunity to, no matter who it was, just the opportunity to go up there and fight for a strap is humbling and a blessing. And I'm antsy right now. That my fight was so short that I was like, I need to go back. Does anybody else want to fight? Like, come on.
That's great.
I'm definitely excited. I was there for when he fought O'Brien for the title, so I saw that fight. I'm not really too familiar with the rest of his fights, but his record and his accolades, being a 3 promotion champ, those are some hell of accolades. And I'm just gonna keep going into the gym every day and training and getting ready for that and give out my all, just leave it all in the cage, and whether I get my hand raised or not, the belt around my waist, I hope to give a good showing to everybody.
And we know that will happen. You've always put a show on so far every time you step in the cage. We look forward to this fight coming up. We look forward to your awards nominations and seeing where you fall. I'm telling you, Amateur Fighter of the Year, what Mitch has done is impressive, but what you have done off what has happened to you outside of the gym, I mean, hey, congratulations on the nominations. Combat Sports Nation appreciates you. Enjoy the rest of your holiday and look forward to seeing you in 2019.
Thank you, Sean, and everybody. Festive spirits.
Follow us on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. Visit us on Twitter. And stay tuned.